All right, y'all. I forgot to, it's been a few days, but Ariala has also left or stepped away from Sicarii. He has a video here. You can go subscribe to his page. You can go look at the video. He goes into explaining his reasoning and so forth. I watched maybe about 20 minutes of it. It really wasn't saying too much in my opinion on, nobody's really being totally transparent, and they have the right not to. Um, to just, keep charity in the air. Some things probably shouldn't be aired out. But he said what he said. You can go watch what he said there. But he is kind of confirming that he's left also. And I wanted to, and I really only wanted to really do that, and because jokers don't never leave by themselves, man. They always taking somebody with them. It's like it was a scene in what was that movie with Dave Chappelle? The Weed movie with Dave Chappelle. I forget the name of the movie, but the white dude ended up leaving this record shop. It was Dave Chappelle. It was a movie about smoking weed. All right, I used to smoke just when my lips are black. I used to smoke a lot of weed back in my wickedness. All praises to the Most High for delivering me from that thing, because I had tried. Anyway, I don't want to get into that. I want to get in my chest. But all praises, honor, and glory. Matter of fact, let me just go on. I tried to do it on my own several times. I tried to do it on my own several times and never could stop. But, through meditation on the word, the Most High, through the Spirit, got that thing up off of me, man. And now I can just go to the gas station and not be looking around trying to buy, telling somebody to hand me some poison for me to inhale and tear up my teeth. And my lips ain't coming back. I already done lost them. But anyway, when the dude got fired, when the dude kind of got fired from the record store, he was like, "Come on, who coming with me? Who coming with me? Come on. Who else coming?" And a lot of times, man, when this stuff is going on, a lot of people are in the back. They're chatting it up, man. Telling people, "Hey, man, I'm about to get ready to get up out of this thing. I'm about to." Jokers ain't doing this, jokers ain't doing that, and man, brother Phineas up here talking about some Gentiles and all this stuff, man. Shoot, man, you believe that? I don't believe that. But instead of addressing me, or instead of addressing leadership with your concerns or your dislikes or whatever the case may be, and we sit down and refute them and try to come to a conclusion, brothers bail out. And brothers bail out, and usually they take other people with them. Almost every split that I've seen, every great schism I've seen with men, and trust me, I've seen many. We've had more than we had a few here, and and we joined the I end up coming down here, and we end up joining the body with another camp that came from a schism. They was this is that's how a lot of these things are coming about. Like a lot of these, they end up leaving and starting their own because it's really nothing to it, but making a poster and going out there teaching them where you already know the knowledge. You go out there and teach what you know, so it's nothing to break off from something, and if that's all we're doing. It's harder to break off from something when you have investments in it that you're living off of, and investments in it that you have nothing else, you have nowhere else to go, that you're fully committed and invested in. it's harder to get out of those situations. But camps, that's why we see so many different camps today, man. And all of the usually 9 times out of 10 they didn't start. Usually, there's not a lot of people like me that just started a camp on their own and just started from scratch and just say, hey, let's just go out here and we've never been around the camp, never in person rather. Never been in person seeing how it was done. We just seen it on the internet and say, hey man, we can do that. Let's do it too. We'll do it over here. And a lot of that came from not saying that I have more zeal than, but I just didn't know what camps were at. I didn't know everybody was down there at 5 Points. We just didn't go to 5 Points no more because 5 Points was a good thing to hang out at in the early 2000s. I first got up there 2001, 2002, but man, I ain't never go back out there, man. After that, man, after them young college days, I ain't never go back to no darn 5 Points. For what? For what? Once all the bootleggers and all that stuff gone, but yeah, that's where brothers was at. That's where IUIC was at. I didn't know that they were down there. Had I known they were down there, I might have tried to join one of them groups. You know what I'm saying? But matter of fact, I take that back. I call ISUPK. I called them and for a class to enter into a class, but they left me on hold for an hour. They left me on hold for an hour, and I was thinking that was like the Lord saying, nope. And I never attempted again. Because I was watching a lot of that Sinetta TV. And that's who Captain Cesariot was over there just slicing and dicing everything that was coming up there, especially back then, man, when that Kemet versus Kemet on trial, and that Kemet versus Israelite thing, that was a big moment. That was a big moment in the awakening. And I think now that Stephen Darby brother is a great awakening, but he hasn't awakened camps. Camps are becoming the minorities within this movement now. We're like the Orthodox Jews or the Orthodox little hats. We're the minority of this thing. Most of the people that people know they're Israelites, they still inside of the churches. They call them moderates. They don't like that term though, but it just is what it is. But and no, it ain't what it is. We need to call them something else. They just Israelites. All right, the Israelites that kind of don't like the camps. You know what I'm saying? Because the camps teach a certain way, and that's kind of embarrassing to them. This kind of embarrasses and blasphemes in that of the Most High amongst the Gentiles. But that's all I wanted to deal with, y'all. Just that, when people leave, they don't leave by themselves, and they don't leave silently. That's another one. They don't leave silently. They just can't I went, I left, and nope. And they may enter out of there like that, but then when they end up going to that next congregation, you don't know how many people have told me all the foolishness that they just left at another organization. That's why I know a lot of these things. Like I said, we were a lower tier camp. We are, you done been to 2 or 3 camps before you get to Prince of Power. And then you telling me all the stuff that happened at that camp, all the stuff that happened at that camp, how this person did this, and it's just one side of the story, so I really can't even do nothing about it. But they never leave by themselves, and they never leave quietly. They gotta tell the world. They gotta try them. And they may even try to expose you. I had some brothers that really try to, say, hey man, Brother Phoenix is a false prophet, and I'm like, man, the leader of Principal, and I'm like, I ain't even know I was the leader. I ain't know I was the leader till I gave some correction, and brothers end up flipping out and leaving and calling me all kind of names and said, hey man, you the leader. I said, oh, okay, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know. But man, I pray this thing was edifying. Y'all be blessed. Shalom. We'll see y'all on the next.